So it's going to be episode 1 of the new podcast, which we have decided just before we get into 2024, and we'll talk a little bit next week about very grateful for Hola, ¿qué pasa? Welcome to another week and welcome to Tuesday morning. I have just been on a call with a potential new supplier in the Middle East. We'll go with the Middle East. It's about 8:15 now and I have to get ready for a big day in the office. 2 podcasts to record today. James McCormick from Drink Oil. Oil Coffee is coming in. drinkoil.com, OYL. Optimize your life. Very interesting product. If you remember a few months ago, I would have spoke about it. I'm fairly sure I would have spoke about it on a vlog at some stage. I did have it. I was trying it for a while. Really enjoyed it. And yeah, myself and James are going to do some cool content and potentially a brand collab in the new year. Well, we will be. Just have to decide what exactly we're going to do for that. But that is going to happen. So he's coming down to us today. Going to do a podcast in his ZOMA office. And myself, Dave and Richie are also going to sit down and do... So it's going to be episode 1 of the new podcast, which we have decided... I teased it last week and I didn't say what the name was, but the name is going to be Marketing Actively. So that is a new podcast we're going to be launching in the new year. So myself, Dave and Richie are going to record episode 1 today, which is going to be a recap of the last year and a half or so since we last sat down and did like a kind of a long form chat. And then I'm going to sit down with James and do probably episode 2, but it'll be somewhere between 2 and 10 anyway. And that will be released in January as well. So big day, fun day. And... oh, I forgot to speak about... yeah. No, was I going to speak about it? Nah. Yeah, I don't know. That's it. All right, I'm off to the office. See you later. Podcast done. Where's James? You're hiding.
Here we go. Over here. That's a cool joke. I must get one of those.
Yeah. Start your YouTube channel then.
Yeah, well, you know. Yeah, you have to be inspired.
Camera wizard's over there.
Make sure to take a picture of...
Is this your first time being...
This is my first time
YouTube
on your YouTube, on your...
Welcome. That's Richie, the camera wizard.
You can't soft launch me for my own YouTube channel.
You should take a picture of the setup there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, professional setup in ZOMA. What about it? I forgot to turn the mic on, so the audio is probably rubbish in this clip.
Is this what you use for your videos?
Yeah.
Is it, yeah? That's cool.
On my little mic. There, behind the scenes on the camera now.
It's like the Matrix.
Tune in January to hear the full episode.
There you go. There's the
episode
pitch.
number 2, or it could be episode number 4. We don't know yet.
Somewhere between 2 and 10. Yeah, episode will be out in January some stage. All right, see you later. Hola, ¿qué pasa? Welcome to, what day is it? Tuesday evening. There you go. Welcome to Tuesday evening. I'm still in the office. It's 6:20 p.m. Today was a good day. A long day, but a good day. Really good to get James in and have a chat with him. Really interesting. So that'll be out in January time some stage. We haven't really, firstly we have to film kind of an intro episode, which myself, Dave and Richie are going to do. And then that'll more than likely be episode 2 then with James, which will go out mid to late January. That is the plan at the moment. So we'll see how that goes. Really interesting chat. Really, James is an impressive guy. And yeah, hope you enjoy it whenever you do get to listen to it. We'll get some clips out of it. We'll get some reels and push that out in the meantime and get some content in between now and then. So keep an eye on the socials, on the Chris Brown and 13 on the socials, and we shall get that out there. Now I am going to work on a couple of order packs for more Coffee&Kimuras merch, product, whatever. And a cool new piece of ZOMA merch. That'll be cool. That's what I'm working on that page right now. And then the order pack will be done and sent to the factory. Living the dream. Alright, that's it for Tuesday. Hola, ¿qué pasa? Welcome to Wednesday morning and welcome to Chris being very lethargic. Luckily though, I have a care package of oil mushroom coffee from James McCormick. Thank you, James. He also gave me a V60. I've never had a V60 before, so this is going to be fun. I took the AeroPress out, but I'm not going to need it. I'm going to give this a go. Water is just boiled, but I don't have a pretty kettle, so whoa. Give this a rinse and make a coffee. Gonna go with a shot and a half. Nah, double shot. Go for it. Give it the big one. Move you out of the way. What do I do with the kettle? Go. And leave it for 30 seconds. Or so I've been told. Is that 30 seconds? Probably close. And now leave it for 3 minutes. Let's see how this turns out. All right, I think that's done. I may need to perfect my technique. I just read that you're not supposed to touch the water off the paper. I think I might have, but yeah, I'll get used to it. I also think I need a better kettle for doing that, because that kettle is not ideal. Wait till I get my house built and get my own coffee set up. Right, what do I do now? Just smells like nice coffee, to be honest. It's just good coffee. Shout out James, thank you. I'm going to keep trying this. Focus is the one I went for today, because that's what I need. I might alternate between focus and defend for a while. Maybe I'll just do focus for a little bit. I don't know. I'll see what I need that day, how I'm feeling. Organic lion's mane extract in this one. Tasting notes of dark chocolate and roasted nuts. Brazil and Arabica origin. We like that. We like it very much. That's all the ingredients is. Specially grade Arabica coffee and organic lion's mane mushroom extract. Good for getting done. All right, now I gotta go and get done.
Okay, doing well done.
6 minutes, 15 seconds, and 11 minutes on the bike. Good luck.
Hola, pasa? Welcome to, what day is it? Thursday afternoon. It was an in and out of the office day today, but I reviewed last week's video this morning, which is ready to go up on Saturday, and I knew I had stopped at a certain point when I was talking about sourcing, and there was something else I was going to talk about and I didn't get back to it, and that was tech packs. So over the last couple of weeks, by speaking to kind of new suppliers that we'll hopefully be working with in the near future, I realized that even though I've made a lot of progression in the tech packs that we send out to suppliers from Coffee&Kimuras, that there's still a lot lacking in terms of information that they need and that would be ideal for them to be able to kind of get all the information that they need to be able to make the product accurately. I spoke to one of them about another brand in the jiu-jitsu space who they know suppliers of. They don't work directly with, but they know a couple of their suppliers, and I was talking about the variation in product quality both in materials and in sizing, and they said that yeah, that's the problem, is partially the suppliers but partially the quality of the tech packs that's been sent to them and their ability then to make an accurate replication of that product. So I'm going to put a progression of tech packs here on the screen, going from what I would have sent to the supplier that we originally worked with back in 2017 all the way through to kind of tech packs that we send out today. And it's a mixture. So originally I wouldn't have had access to like the Adobe suite. I wouldn't have known how to work the Adobe suite. I don't even know the name of the software that I was using to design the original designs, but it was very rudimentary, and then I used a Microsoft software called Microsoft Publisher, something like that. That was how I kind of put the documents together. I did a bit of research a couple of years ago, probably during COVID, about tech packs and the kind of information within them. Got a rough kind of gauge of some Adobe Illustrator files and found out that was the best way of doing it. I was getting used to Adobe Illustrator at that time, started doing them in Illustrator. Over the last couple of months then I've transitioned to doing the designs, instead of doing them on Photoshop, doing the product designs on Illustrator as well. Being able to keep kind of everything integrated within the Illustrator ecosystem software, let's say, so that the transition from product design to tech pack is more seamless. And now it's about, okay, stepping it up another notch, and I think that's where I'm gonna have to admit my limitations in terms of technical design of clothing. I've got to a certain stage now that has got us to where we are, but I think taking someone on full-time, part-time, whatever, likely part-time for now, who's able to look after that and spend a bit more time defining minute details, so that we can, instead of having to actually send existing product to suppliers, that we can give them exact material specs, sizes, stitching quality and things like that, so that the accuracy of our products is is perfect, is replicatable with other suppliers as well if we hit a kind of a capacity limit with our current supplier. The one thing about tech packs and order packs that you send to your suppliers is it is really, I don't know what I was trying to say there. So essentially what I'm trying to say is that the tech packs that you send to your suppliers are one of the most important documents that you have as a brand. If it's a clothing brand that you're doing, it could be a jewellery brand as well. The same thing still applies. If you're getting a product made, it could be a technology product. If you're making any physical product and you're getting a factory to produce that for you, the quality of the tech pack that you send to them is absolutely vital. You can get away with a kind of a rudimentary document once it has the kind of key information in it, and then provide the actual physical product to the supplier as well. But having a detailed and comprehensive, that's the word I was looking for, a comprehensive tech pack document is going to make your life, the supplier's life, and your customer service team's life so much easier. So yeah, that's tech packs, and that is kind of not the end point of sourcing, but when you go through your vetting process and end up kind of dealing with a supplier, that is kind of the main part of it. And then from there, you get into kind of quality control, which is a whole separate topic on its own. Hola, pasa. Welcome to Saturday afternoon. Welcome to the home office. It is afternoon. Yeah, it's almost 4 o'clock. We'll go with afternoon. Some mushroom coffee, some oil coffee. I've been drinking it since James dropped down on Tuesday and gave me a couple of bags. As you saw, I brewed it during the week, and I've had one each morning since. It's obviously not morning time now, but I was out for a coffee and a breakfast this morning, so I didn't get mine in today. Having it now. Very nice. I'm really enjoying it, to be honest. I know I've had it before and whatever, but definitely the days that I had it this week seem to feel more alert in the morning, more productive, and I didn't get that slump in the evening. I did a little bit more evening, not late night, but evening and night work this week than I had been doing in the last few weeks, which I'm not going to say is down to drinking a different blend of coffee, but let's go with that for now. We'll keep trying it over the next couple of weeks and couple of months and see if it's a common theme. If it is, then we'll put it down to it. I haven't really changed anything else in my routine though, so I don't know what else it would be. Maybe some fresh motivation. I have my AirPods in again. I always have my AirPods in. I'm always listening to something, listening and learning. Today I was listening to Lex Friedman and Jeff Bezos this morning. Interesting one. Interesting podcast. Now I'm listening to Kicking Up Dust Media with Elliot Wise. Spoke to Elliot before in DMs. Interesting guy, interesting story. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. What was I talking about? So it's Saturday. I'm going to do about an hour's work because I'm going to the ZOMA Christmas party this evening. It's Christmas party season. Bit of food and an Oasis tribute band. Interesting. Let's see how that goes. And then tomorrow, team training. First ever Dundalk specific team training that we've had with Team Torres. So that'll be interesting. The club has grown so much in the last 6 months, really, I suppose. 6 to 9 months, Dundalk specifically, that this year we're having a Dundalk specific team training rather than, just an overall Team Torres training. So that should be a bit of fun. And yeah, then it's Christmas next week, which means that this video will be going out next Saturday, which is the day before Christmas Eve. So if you're watching this just before Christmas, at Christmas, or just afterwards, a very happy Christmas. I hope you have a great time. If you're having some time off with your family, I hope you have a fantastic time with everyone. I hope everyone's keeping well. I hope everything goes well. And although it's not the end of the year, and although I will be putting out another video before New Year's Eve, thanks for your support all year. At the start of 2020, what year is it? 2023. At the start of this year, I had big intentions to get this channel going, and it took me a little bit longer into the year than I probably should have to get it going. I didn't know where it was going to go, where it was going to lead to. Probably hoped I was going to have a bit more attention. If I would have said at the start of the year that I'd start in May, I probably would have hoped for a bit more attention by the end of the year. But we're getting there. It's not so much about deadlines or milestones. It's just recording the journey and recording what I'm doing on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. And I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the process. And I'm glad that over the last couple of weeks, the videos are starting to get a bit more attention because I'm probably providing a bit more, providing a bit more value. There we go. Providing more value with hints and tips on idea about development, brand building, sourcing, like this week and last week. And sorry, I keep hitting my ring off the mug. Next year we'll get into some more deep stuff. We're going to be obviously doing a bit more with the podcast like you saw during the week with James. There'll be a lot more of that. especially in Q1 and going further into next year. So that will be interesting as well. That's all for this week, unless something outrageous happens at team training tomorrow. We'll see. If not, then have a great Christmas, and I shall see you next Saturday, just before we get into 2024, and we'll talk a little bit next week about 2024 and the goals for the year and what we're going to do with ZOMA, with Coffee&Kimuras, with the new podcast, with this channel and my personal brand, with possibly a couple of other brands, and might throw in something that I'm doing in my personal life as well and let you know what's going on there. Although I do want to keep personal and business separate, but whatever. All right, that's all. Have a great Christmas. Have a great time. I hope Santi comes and doesn't bring you coal and all that stuff. All right, see you later. Love yous all. Bye. Bonus Monday morning clip to finish off this video because I didn't record yesterday. But I'm very, very, very grateful for jiu-jitsu. Very grateful for what it does for me mentally, physically, and spiritually, if you want to say that, because honestly, jiu-jitsu has changed my life. And I'm very, very proud to have made it to purple belt. Delighted. Nice early Christmas present. Almost got a bit emotional yesterday, but I'm not there yet. I'll save the emotions for black belt. So a few years down the line. But yeah, very cool to get to this stage. Obviously, a lot of people start jiu-jitsu. Most of them don't make it to blue belt. And then there's an even bigger drop off the purple belt. So to have got this far, I'm very proud of myself. And I'm very thankful and grateful for everyone who's coached me, trained with me, helped me along the way, given me any sort of advice, competed against me, beaten me. Yeah, very happy, very proud. And that's it for episode 30, isn't it? Yeah, episode 30. Happy Christmas. See you next week. There you go. And focus. Good for getting done. Oh, what happened there? Oh, that microphone. Hola, ¿qué pasa? Welcome to... Why is that? Is my mic on? I'm not sure. Microsoft Illustrator. Yes, well, will it? What?